Hello my fellow book addicts, Megan here, and time for another book review. Today I'm going to be talking about Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor, and this is book 1 in the Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy. So I was pretty excited to pick this book up. I've been hearing some pretty good things about it, and I've been hearing it's different, there's a lot of world building, and the world it's set in is fabulous, and it's different from things that they have read in the past. So I decided, okay, let's give it a try. I could use something a little different, and I am so glad I picked up this book. So glad. Because I really loved it. And just, oh my god. So, the main character in this book's name is Karu, and she lives in Prague. And at the beginning, she doesn't seem too special. Run-of-the-mill girl with blue hair. And she likes to draw, which is cool. Artist, protagonist, I like. And, we slowly learn that she is not quite that ordinary. First off, she has no idea where she came from and who her biological parents are. Second, she was raised by these beings known as Chimera. And when I learned that, I was really intrigued because I have never read a book about Chimera before. The only, knowledge I have about Chimera, or things I've seen Chimera in, are Greek mythology and Fullmetal Alchemist. So, it was pretty cool being able to read about another sort of creature. And basically Chimera are beings that aren't human, obviously. They can have human aspects to them, but they are made up of different animal parts. So, could have like a head of a lion, body of a person, claws like a bird of prey, legs of a, bear. Just different body parts all mishmashed together into this creature. So Karu was raised by these group of Chimera in this little place that's not on Earth, but it's this kind of in-between place that Karu calls elsewhere. And she was raised by these guys, and kind of the leader of them, Brimstone, he collects teeth. Humans bring him all sorts of teeth, human teeth and animal teeth, and Karu has no idea why he needs the teeth. She never has, he never answers. All she knows is he collects teeth and makes kind of like necklaces out of them. And once she reached a certain age, she would go out and, do errands to help him collect teeth. She never questions it. It's like, okay. And he kind of pays her in wishes. And I love the whole wish, system in this book. There are tiny wishes that, do nothing. They can make someone itch. Something small. Then there are huge wishes that can do almost anything for a price. And that's how Brimstone pays, the humans who bring him teeth too. So when Karu isn't, helping Brimstone with his errands and whatnot, she's living in Prague, and she has a good friend who goes to school with her whose name is Zuanna. I believe that's how it's pronounced, Zuanna. And I like her. I like her a lot. She has sass and spunk. Another strange thing about Karu is she has these tattoos on her hand. Eye tattoos. I believe they're pronounced Hamas. I've established that I suck at pronouncing names of things, right? So, that's pretty much her life. Art classes, the occasional errands with Brimstone, and then, something happens, of course, to turn this world of hers totally upside down. And, apparently there's this little war going on between the Chimera and some other group, which I will not reveal yet, because spoilers. And basically, things go crazy. So yeah, I absolutely love this. There's quite a bit of world building in here. So if you are not a big fan of world building, this might not be a big book for you. But, I personally love world building. It had just the right amount for me. And the world was awesome, and just the whole premise I really liked. And I greatly look forward to continuing on with this series. So yeah, without further ado, I'm going to go into a slightly more spoilery bit. So if you have not read this book yet, I really suggest you go pick it up, because it is a good book. And if the other two books are anything near as awesome as this one, this can probably easily become one of my favorite series of all time. So yeah, without further ado, spoiler time. So yeah, that little war I hinted at before, apparently there's this huge war going on between the Chimera and angels, of all things. As Kaoru is going about her life, these 3 angels, come in and start marking these doors that Brimstone uses. So that, they can be destroyed because they don't like the Chimera. And one of the big angels we follow is Avika, which I think that's how you say his name. There's going to be quite a few names I'm going to mispronounce from here on out. And he has, like, a little personal vendetta against Brimstone. Like, at first, I hated his guts. Like, what the hell are you doing, dude? Just, especially when he tried to kill Kaoru. I was just like, I instantly don't like you, and I'm not gonna like you. But, of course, there's more to it than blind hate. Apparently, he thinks that Brimstone played a role in the death of a woman that he loved. And so it's kind of like a personal vendetta. It's not like, oh, well, my leaders are saying I need to do this, so I'm going to do it blindly without questioning. He has a motive, which I can understand. It doesn't make me happy, but I can understand. So yeah, Avika and his 2 siblings, they're all like half-siblings, basically burn the doorways that separates Brimstone's shop from the human world. And this destroys Kaoru, because these Chimera are her family. They raised her, and she loves them. She doesn't like all the secrets Brimstone keeps from her, but, they're family. And, their last meeting wasn't exactly, the best. She had just come back from a job, and, Avika left her pretty badly beat up. And, she kind of wanders into a doorway she isn't supposed to from Brimstone's shop, and she goes into, like, this Chimera world. So the Chimera have their own world, it seems, and she stumbles across some Chimera on these altars, and they all have the same exact tattoos that she has on her hands. So that throws her for a loop, and one of these guys tries to kill her when they wake up. And, Brimstone is furious that he has to save her, and that she did this. We'll find out the reasons later. And he basically throws Kaoru out of his shop while she's horribly injured. And, a few days later is when the shop burns. And when the Chimera Brimstone sends out to find her, he has a letter, which we don't really get to know the contents of because it burns. And along with this wishbone that he has always worn around his neck since as long as Kaoru can remember. So Kaoru is just kind of left alone, and she has no idea what to do. She wants to find her family because they're her family, and as she's trying to find answers, she runs into Avika again. So during all this, Avika finds Kaoru because, something about her is strangely familiar to him, and he kind of wants answers. And he's holding back while she's fighting him full on and just, oh my god. So, they are bonding, and there's something between them that neither of them can explain, of course. And I love the explanation for that. Just my mind was totally blown by the direction that Laini Taylor took with that. That Kaoru is actually a Chimera. Or she was another Chimera in her previous life. Apparently, to help swell their numbers during this huge angel war, Brimstone actually uses the teeth that he's been collecting to make new bodies for fallen Chimera who have died in battle. And the Chimera can use this, special smoke to kind of reap the souls of their fallen, brethren. They have to do it with a certain amount of time, before the body starts to rot. So, they gather the souls after each battle, or as many as they can. And Brimstone makes some new bodies. So, apparently Kaoru was a Chimera. She actually saved Avika's life, which is unheard of. About a decade or so ago. Before Kaoru was made human. And in her Chimera life, they kind of fell in love, totally against the rules, and when they were found out, Avika was tortured and past life Karu was killed. She was beheaded in front of like this big group of people, and thanks to, Brimstone's hinting and suggesting, because she worked with Brimstone. That's why Brimstone, raised Karu, because he grew fond of her in, her Chimera life. So he hinted something at her that, might be able to save her, because they weren't going to reap her soul if, when they beheaded her. They were just going to leave her to rot and her soul to basically dissipate. So through this awesome, trickery, she manages to push her soul into another Chimera's body and basically kind of take control, because that person had a weak soul, and she freed Avica, and in the process she is killed. And since, no one knows that's Karu's soul in that body, Brimstone manages to reap her soul and made her into a human child to keep her safe. Because that's the only way to really keep her safe at this point. And he managed to, take off her memories of her Chimera existence and basically put them into the wishbone he has around his neck, which I thought was awesome. So when she and Avica broke the wishbone, all those memories came flooding back. So I thought that was cool how that was done, and I liked how we got flashbacks of Karu's past life as a Chimera to explain, her backstory between her and Avica, instead of just, here's a paragraph of what happened, here's a paragraph of how she died. So I like how we got to, see the flashback and kind of got another whole new insight, an insider insight of, Chimera life. So that was cool. I really like that, and I hope we see more of that in Days of Blood and Starlight, because, oh my god. And, Karu's like, okay, that's interesting, I'm in shock here, but she doesn't understand why Avica is so afraid that she's gonna hate him now. He lets slip that, he didn't just burn the doors to Brimstone's shop. He actually killed Brimstone and the others, which, I just want to say straight up, I don't completely believe right now. Until we actually see bodies or proof that they are dead, I don't think they are dead. Something might have happened that one of them, at least, is alive. That's my theory. Unless I see a body or full-on proof that they are dead, they aren't dead. So yeah, Karu kind of hates him after that. And we end the book with her going up into this portal, into the angel world, to try and find a way into the Chimera world, to find Brimstone and all the others, because she doesn't believe him. And she's hurt, because Brimstone is her family, and Avica, to his credit, did seem like he felt really, really bad for killing Brimstone when he realized that the woman he loved is actually alive. So the way he saw it, he just saw that she was beheaded. He didn't know about, her managing to get her soul into another Chimera and Brimstone reviving her. The way he saw it was just Brimstone let her die. And he wanted revenge. In short, I extremely love this book, and I am very excited to continue on with Days of Blood and Starlight. And I hope we learn more about this really amazing world of Chimera and angels. So yeah, that's it for this little book review, and I hope to see you guys next time. Keep on reading, my fellow book addicts. Keep on reading.